Howdy folks, and welcome to my increasingly outdated War Thunder intro, still showing World War II aircraft when I think at the rate they're going, War Thunder are probably going to be introducing X-Wings and TIE Fighters anytime soon. Also, this is a ground battle, although there are aircraft in it, as you'll see. Thought I'd do a War Thunder video today for a number of reasons. One, it's been a long time since I did a War Thunder video. Two, this is a very unusual War Thunder video. And three, since I've finished the Cyberpunk 2077 videos, I'm running out of things to do on Saturdays, at least until Resident Evil 8 or Subnautica Below Zero come out. So, this is Lunacae in the Bagelpanzer 57. Now, I must apologise for what seems to be the world's most confident and flattest bush, which is attempting to camouflage his front right headlight. If, like me, you can't stop looking at it, I do apologise. But, well, you know, War Thunder. It is what it is. Anyway, this machine, the Bagelpanzer 57, did actually exist. The 57 does not refer to the year it was built. It refers to the 57mm Bofors gun mounted in the turret. This machine was built in a collaboration between the German company Dyson Henschel and the Swedish company Bofors, who, as mentioned, supplied the gun. The thing is, nobody asked them to build it. They kind of identified what they perceived as a gap in the market for, and this is a bit of a mouthful, bear with me here, an AIFSV, which stands for Armoured Infantry Fire Support Vehicle. It's built on the hull of the German Marder armoured personnel carrier, with most of the guts stripped out to support the turret and all of the supporting equipment that went with it. Quite some follow-up shots on the M103 there. You can see the ridiculous rate of fire of this 57mm gun, and of course the tube-launched, optically tracked, wire-guided missile launcher. That M103 has taken some kick. Now the BMPs are getting stuck in, and they've got him. Right, good. The thing is, nobody in either the German or the Swedish government agreed that their respective militaries actually needed an armoured infantry fire support vehicle. So when the prototype was completed in November 1977 and absolutely nobody showed any interest whatsoever, it was quietly cancelled. Bofors at least took the hint. Dyson Henschel, not so much. They decided that the thing that was wrong with the Bagelpanzer 57 was that it just didn't have a big enough gun. So they took the L7 105mm gun, yes, that gun, the really good one from the Leopard main battle tank, slapped it on top of the Marder's chassis and said, what do you think of that? And the German government were equally uninterested. So eventually even Dyson Henschel took the hint. This was designated the VTS-1, but like the Bagelpanzer, it didn't progress past the prototype stage. I still can't stop staring at that bush on what would be the front right fender. I mean, War Thunder will basically let you stick camo objects pretty much anywhere. You want to put what where? That's fine, just pay. They don't care, as long as you're prepared to pay for it. But I mean, I don't even see what good it's doing. I mean, it's only really visible from above. And then all it's doing is camouflaging the ground slightly off to the right of the tank. It serves no practical purpose whatsoever, unlike the bush on the turret. Honestly, I think Lunacae only put it there because he can. It's just like, fuck it. You know what? That's a perfectly good enough reason for me. Right, anyway, how's this battle going? Not great, actually. The enemy team hold 2 caps, and Lunacae's team's tickets are ticking down at a steady rate, although he's now managed to insert himself, along with a teammate, into the 3rd cap circle, sheltering behind this church, and they flipped it. The M41, off in search of further things to shoot at. Lunacae, however, he's going to be staying right here. Though he's getting shelled. Lunacae, I believe, is of the opinion that since this is the only cap circle that his team controls, if he just sticks around long enough, you'll find plenty of enemy tanks coming to take it back off them. And he's probably right. Centurion Action 10, just over the crest of the ridge over there. Doesn't really have a shot, but he's patient. He's reloaded the missile launcher. Here he comes, and taken out by a teammate. Oh well. Don't worry, there'll be plenty more where that Centurion came from. Hopefully at some point we'll get a shot at that missile launcher reloading as he uses it. It works in almost exactly the same way as the Sea Dart missile launcher on a Type 42 destroyer. You fire the missile, then it returns to the vertical, drops down inside the tank, where it's reloaded by hand, rather than automatically, and then pops back up again, before rotating to the horizontal where it's ready to fire again. Vast improvement over something like the Soviet BMP, which also had the Saga anti-tank missile externally mounted, but which, once fired, was only reloaded by the commander popping the hatch open, lifting one out and fitting it back into the launching rail. Not something that you really wanted to do in the heat of battle. Lunacae's just caught sight of an enemy convoy. He's actually putting shots through the house and scoring hits. Injured some of the crew. Although the side skirts are going to have to be blown off before, yes, he's starting to do damage to the engine as well. Is that an engine fire? I think it is. But sadly, no kill. Oh, careful, Conway's looking this way. Conway has a very big gun. You don't want to get hit by that thing. By the way, for those of you who have never actually seen a War Thunder replay before, if you're sitting there thinking, well, there's enemy vehicles highlighted all over the place, why isn't he attacking them? Enemy vehicles like that T-32 back there, for example. In a replay, there's a lot more information available to you than was actually available to the person who sent the replay in at the time. Even though we can see that he's pretty much surrounded by a whole bunch of enemy vehicles. Notice that their names are sort of greyed out. Like the T-32 up in front of him. Perfect example. Notice on the map the T-32 is being intermittently spotted just enough to give Lunacae advance warning that he's coming around the corner of the house up ahead. And there he is. Lunacae probably goes to brown alert here, but he's lucky enough, or perhaps there was no luck involved. Notice the T-32's gun barrel has been blown off. One of his first shots hit and damaged that gun barrel. The T-32 then tried to fire, blowing the barrel clean off and rendering himself defenseless. So, I don't know if that was luck, or whether or not Lunacae deliberately targeted the gun barrel, but either way it worked out. That's his second kill. There's the convoy again. And there's his third kill. They're starting to get fairly hot around here. I don't know if that's an artillery barrage or a strafing attack from an aircraft. But the enemy team definitely seem to want to get this cap circle back. Oh yes, it's getting very hot around here. And there's not an awful lot of cover. I mean, it's not much, but we'll take it. While we're waiting for something to happen, which hopefully won't take too long, just to give you a little more perspective on how amazingly convenient it is in a machine like the Bagelpanzer here, to have an anti-tank missile that can be safely reloaded from within the vehicle. The BMP, with its AT-3 Saga mounted precariously on a launching rail in front of the commander's hatch. Reloading that thing wasn't just a simple case of popping the hatch open and dropping a fresh missile onto the rack. You also had to be able to fire and aim the thing, which meant connecting the electrical connections to make a firing circuit, and then spooling the guidance wire back down inside the vehicle and connecting it to the fire control system before the commander could seal the hatch and get back inside the vehicle. Although he'd probably want to get back inside the vehicle and then seal the hatch. It's generally considered a lot safer. Oh. I didn't even see that thing. But he's got him. He's killed number 4. Oh, he's spotted an M46 as well, or has he? He has now. He's only 70 metres away. Luckily he's got the side to shoot at. I believe he's immobilised him. And he's taken him out. Kill number 5. This is not, however, to say that the AT-3 Saga was not a useful weapon system. It absolutely was. It just wasn't terribly well implemented on a machine like the BMP. It was man-portable, for one thing. In fact, it could be fired from a suitcase, which is how it was used in the Vietnam War by the NVA. The fiberglass suitcase that it was contained in was not only man-portable, but it also functioned as the firing platform. Oh, is this an artillery barrage? I think it is. Oh, those look like ranging shots. Oh, another enemy vehicle. Alright, I didn't even see the M163, but Lunacae did, and he's taken him out, kill number 6. Unfortunately, there's a ZSU behind him, and the multiple automatic cannons on that thing are entirely capable of shredding something as lightly armoured as a Bagelpanzer. I'm not sure he can shoot through. No, he's just hitting the rubble in front of him. Inches forward, takes him out. Kill number 7. The M163 would have been a very dangerous machine as well. That's basically the air defence variant of the M113 on a personnel carrier with a 20mm Vulcan mounted on top. Luckily, Lunacae got the first shot on. Yeah, you're not going to see an awful lot from there, Lunacae. The question is... Oh, there's a Centurion. Does the Centurion know you're here? Doesn't appear to. Let's kill number 8. Oh, he's not out of the woods yet. There's a Charioteer closing in, and the Charioteer definitely knows he's here. Of course, knowing he's here and actually being able to do anything about it are two entirely different things. And there's kill number 9. And in further good news, it looks like the team... I mean, Lunacae's held on to this particular capture point, but the team are doing a great job, and just in time, of flipping the other 2 as well. Because Lunacae's team were nearly out of tickets, but now with all 3 of the caps under their control, it's the enemy team's turn to start shedding tickets. So they're definitely going to want to try to snatch one of these caps back, but they're not having any success whatsoever in taking this one. At least not for as long as Lunacae has anything to say about it. I wonder how much ammo he's got left. Can't have a lot, but then again, 57mm ammo doesn't take up that much space, but he has been using a lot of it. Let's have a look. The enemy team still have 9 players, although a couple of them are waiting to respawn. There's one guy in an aircraft. There are a couple of ground vehicles still around, just don't see any of them in the immediate vicinity. Oh wait, no. I see you, you little bugger. Oh, he's not taking the shot. I wonder if he does see him. Oh hell, there's an IS-3 over there as well. I think he's rather hoping that the IS-3 doesn't see him. No, he's coming this way. I don't think the IS-3 knows he's here though. There's a Crusader as well. Oh shit. He's done it. 10 kills. Wow. There's a Vickers main battle tank closing in here though. I think he knows. And he's been taken out at last. 10 kills before he suffered his first death. And that means... well, that means something special is about to happen. But after being knocked out by the enemy M50, he's accumulated enough points to be able to respawn in a Canberra bomber. And not just any old Canberra bomber. Veteran War Thunder players probably already have a pretty good idea of what's about to happen, although I have tried not to spoil it by making a very obvious thumbnail for those of you who are not Veteran War Thunder players and don't know exactly what's about to happen. Although there is a bit of a clue in the title of this video, By Dawn's Early Light, which refers to the HBO TV movie from 1990, starring, amongst others, Powers Booth and Rebecca De Mornay as the crew of a B-52 Stratofortress scrambled in order to get clear of Fairchild Air Force Base before it was taken out by a sneak Soviet surprise attack. I've probably already said too much. Lunacae coming in for an extremely low-level attack here. He has no plans whatsoever to survive this bombing run. The enemy team have taken back 2 of those capture points. Lunacae's team is a hair's breadth away from losing due to running out of tickets. And then just before it happens, bombs away. Yes, he was carrying a nuke. And that's an instant win. Regardless of the position of the ticket counters, regardless of who controls what caps, and regardless of who's still alive and who isn't. Once somebody on either team accumulates enough points to spawn in a nuclear bomber, if they get that bomb away, their team wins, irrespective of anything else that's occurring during that battle. So Lunacae delivering a lethal dose of instant sunshine. You can even hear the Geiger counter going off in the background there. Nice little touch. Bringing that particular War Thunder realistic battle to a very dramatic close. I hope you enjoyed today's video, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.